What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Reality Pill. Today, we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Hey, Natasha, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
32.
All right. What's your question, comment, or concern?
Um, my question is basically I am not well, this is basically a statement first. I'm not looking for a high value man. Um, I just never been picky. I've
Get my likes
never
up, people. What are you looking for?
I'm just looking for someone that makes me happy and I can make them happy. Um
It's called a canine or a feline. Which one do you want?
um
People take work. Buy a dog.
I know I mean
I'm gonna ask you
I
some
said
questions. Do you have any
yes,
children?
yes I do.
How
Yes,
many?
I do. I have two little girls.
Both by the same man?
Yes.
How long were you guys together?
Probably about 3 years.
Why didn't you guys get married?
Um, he wants to be with me. But it was very toxic. It just didn't work out. I
What?
was I was really young.
What?
I was really young.
No.
When I
Why
met
didn't
him.
you get married?
Why didn't
He wanted to marry you, but you had his babies, but you didn't want to marry him.
Yes, because of
Uh-huh.
how he treated me.
Oh,
Um,
you mean before he shot up the club and you had his babies?
right,
Hmm.
right.
See, I find it funny that you want to have somebody that's going to be so nice to you, make you happy, you make them happy, that you let a guy impregnate you twice and he wants to marry you, but yet you running out the door.
But he doesn't, and that's the thing. I don't want to be with him because he doesn't make me happy.
Okay, you don't want to be with him because he doesn't make you happy, but let me go ahead and bring his DNA into the next generation, not once, but twice. And if, I don't understand these women. How is a man supposed to accept that? The next man you deal with, if not your baby daddy, if you don't go back to him, how do you expect the next man to hear that? Oh, he's a bad person, he's terrible, yada, yada, yada. But guess what? I procreated for him. He was so terrible that I gave him two babies so he could push that into the next generation. That's why when women try to come in here and bash their boyfriend, the ex boyfriend or the ex baby daddy, you're really making yourself look terrible because you really sat there and pushed his DNA into the next generation, knowing you didn't want to be with him.
He
Well,
did.
see,
He did.
listen. You ready? Ready? How old are you
Yes,
again?
32.
I don't give a shit if you're happy. You're a mama twice. The world does not need to suffer you. You decided to lay down and have one, two different children. Happiness ain't on the menu at the restaurant you're eating at. Duty, responsibility, and honor are. The man wants to be with you. Be happy after you do your duty.
So you're saying
I said
it?
exactly what I'm saying. French toast your happiness. Make a family with the man you made babies with.
It's
Happy?
like it's
Happy?
like
Now, before she cries, understand them. She said the man wants to marry her.
I just. It's like I listen to you. I watch you all the time, and I think about it all the time. Like, should I just stay with him? Should I just? At this point, it's like I just have to settle
You
because,
have to do what?
like you,
Settle?
Man, if there's one word Kevin hates, it's that subtle word. Because then again, he's still settling for you. You decide to have this man's child. He's at some point in time, anybody will be settling for you as well. And the tears, like again, I hope everyone who's watching this don't fall for tears. They mean nothing. Typically, they're crying because they was caught out or they was forced to remember a situation in which they know they now have to take accountability for. Don't fall for the tears at all.
Yeah, because at this point, like you said, I watch you all the time. So I know you're saying like you're 32, you have two children. It's like it's over for you. You know, I hear you say that all the time. And
Settle
it's
for
like,
the man you decided to have. You made a conscious decision to have two children with the man. So let's play it the opposite way, shall we? For all my critics and detractors are going to say, she's about to cry. He's saying, okay, let's play it the opposite way. 54% of black men are single and childless, 61% in the middle class. You're looking for a stepfather. 30% of men are already married. 16% of men are responsible for 80% of the children. So you'd be looking for a man in that 54%, a stepfather, a man with no children. Why should a man who is childless come take on another man's two daughters?
well, I've
Listen,
always
two
stated,
daughters, right?
mm-hmm,
Right,
I'm
and that father wants to be with you. The father of his children wants to be with you, so that man is going to have some feelings. Do you understand the situation that a man would be stepping into? He'd be going into a situation with two children who are females, with an active father who still wants to be with the mother of the children. Do you want to have any more children?
I really don't. And that's the what
Thank
I was
you.
gonna
The
say.
man doesn't
What I
even
was
get any
gonna
kids.
no, I was gonna what I was gonna say, I don't, but if I find someone that makes me happy, I don't mind having
Make your
more
damn self
children.
happy, ma'am. Happiness is not. Hear me and hear me well, ladies. My critics and detractors. It is not a man's job to make you happy. It is not a husband's job to make you happy. That is a lie from the pit of hell, and I rebuke it. I
I
rebuke it. It is
rebuke.
not our job. That is not our job description. It is our job to protect, provide, prophesy, teach. It is not our job to make you happy. You want to be happy? Eat a chocolate chip cookie, watch a movie, uh, pet a puppy. It is not our job to make you happy.
So what are y'all's
I
job?
just told you protection, provision.
But that makes you happy. Protection. That makes me happy. That
No,
you
happiness comes from within.
yeah, that too.
This is why y'all need to stop having babies because that's the problem. You had kids, and now it is forever going to change how you come into the marketplace. It reduces your sexual marketplace value. And it is difficult, if not impossible, to go out and expect a man to come and be a husband to you, a stepfather to two children, have to get out here and fight the world and turn around and make you happy. What in the hell are you bringing to that man to overcome all of that he can't get from a single childless woman?
And what if I want to be with a
See,
man that
you
already
answer a
has
question with the
children?
question is disingenuous, class. How does that work? They never want to answer the question that's difficult. They want to either go past it or answer a question with a question. Please answer my question. What are you bringing to a single childless man that he cannot get from a woman who is single and childless?
I'm bringing me. I'm bringing I mean,
What does that mean? What does me come with? That's a very blanket and umbrella term. Can you specify? Can you get into detail what that includes? Because again, if you had to say this to a man, right? And you had to sell this, right, to a man. How are you going to position this and how are you going to sell this? Because just saying me isn't good enough. I don't know when that response was ever good enough. But if you were going into a school or you were going into law enforcement, you went into anything and they were like, well, why do you want to be here? It's me. What do you bring to the office? What do you bring to the force? It's me. Like, yeah, you guys will just get me. That's not good enough.
I can have more kids.
What can you bring to a man that he wants that you haven't already given to another man?
But what if he loves me? Like, what if
See,
he wants?
here we go again, class. Here we go again, class. When you don't answer a question or when you answer a question with a question, it is disingenuous and bad faith. I'm going to teach this one way or another. You refuse to answer the hard question because the answer is nothing. What do you have to give to a man that he wants that you have not already given to another man?
I can be submissive. I could be cooperative.
You've not been submissive and cooperative with another man? See, this is what it means to overvalue yourself. The answer is I don't have anything to give to a man that he wants that I have not already given to another man. You've given the most
Right.
valuable thing you can ever give to a man, your womb.
Right.
So, ma'am, when I say it's over, it's because you've chosen.
Mm-hmm.
Take your prize and go home.
Okay.
Why should a man overlook a single childless woman who he can start his own family with? Who can focus on him solely? Your man would never get you alone. Everything would have to be, you guys go out to eat dinner, it's going to be four. Every place you live, you got to have room enough for 2 kids. There is never a single version of you. This is what having kids outside of wedlock does. And we need to show this more often. So when you ladies choose to do this, you understand everything you're signing up for. And at the end of the day, for my people who think I'm being harsh, remember her child's father wants to be with her. She doesn't want to be with him because he doesn't make her happy.
But it's because he is unfaithful.
And you, okay, you want to go down that path? I'll go down that path with you. You want to go down that path? How many times have you cheated on him?
Never cheated on him.
How many male friends do you have?
I don't have any male friends.
You on social media?
Yes, I have a social media.
So if you turned your smartphone and your inboxes all over to him, there'd be no problem.
There'll
all
be no
your
problem.
media. Okay.
There'll be no problem.
He cheats. And when's the last time he cheated?
He cheated?
Mm-hmm.
Around the time when I had my babies, yeah.
Mm-hmm. How'd you
but
find
we
out
were
about
never.
it? How'd you find out about it? How'd you find out about it?
Well, I found out about it by women calling my phone and
No. I want to be clear. The woman he was having sex with called your phone.
Yes. Multiple women were calling my phone.
Why?
They were calling me, telling me that he was cheating, that they were pregnant as well.
No, I don't.
Oh.
So you're saying you're dealing with a man who was dealing with women who was just calling you up saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, your baby daddy, he got me pregnant too." That's why 16% that's why 80% of our kids come from 16% of men. Man, I hate to be. I'm gonna be honest. That's what you sign up for.
Yeah.
Not only is that what she signed up for, you also have to ask yourself why, right? Why would he do that? You see, it's often the times that we don't even ask these questions. We just assume, oh yeah, guy cheated, dog, piece of blah 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 blah, right? But in all reality, that man decided that he was going to step out of his relationship and go somewhere else seeking something. And see, that's not often spoken about. It's not. This guy doesn't make her happy. So she probably thought, my job as a woman, I don't need to do this anymore. I don't need to do that anymore. I'll cook less. I'll have less sex. I'll go out more. All of these things are factors that people don't consider, but it happens every single day. This man wanted to marry her. She decided that she wasn't going to marry him. And I could almost assure you at around that time, he knew that this woman was not going to be in a serious committed relationship with him. He decided to step out and do other things. You see, but that's the part they don't tell you. That's the part they don't tell you. She was probably very neglectful as well to his needs. Because again, like, we're dealing with people, right? I understand that there's a bit of uncertainty that comes with dealing with people. But in all reality, think about this. In all reality, people are still just human beings at the end of the day. They don't feel appreciated. They don't feel loved. You're not caring. They're either going to sit there and deal with it, or they're going to go ahead and find it and seek that. That's the thing that people don't realize. Or that's not often brought up. But it's very true.
And I want you to understand, I'm coming at it from the single and childless 54% of men. I want you to hear how this would sound to them. Yeah, give me that job. Let me go. I want that job. I want to sign up for her and all that drama and all that trauma. Did he cheat on you after you had your first child?
Yes.
Then why'd you have a second? Mm. Yep. You signed up for it.
And so you're saying,
I'm saying,
stay
ma'am,
with
did you
him,
not?
but
Did
you're
you
saying
not?
stay with him.
Did you not though? Before, so I'm saying, did you not? Did he? He showed you who he was, and you laid down and made another one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
And now I
enjoy.
want to get out of the situation. I don't want to
Okay, well, get
be in
out
the
of it, but stay by
situation.
yourself. Don't
So if I
be.
get out of the situation, I don't
You
be
get
with
no
him.
other man.
I'm okay.
You get no other man. You can have sex, but you don't get a husband. I'm gonna just
What
be
if
real. You can have sex, don't get a husband. Don't get no relationship. Not when no man is worth nothing. A man is worth nothing ain't gonna be involved in all this. Be like, what the hell? Because see, you don't get any better than your baby daddy. So your baby daddy, if you weren't gonna marry your baby daddy, you don't get to go up in value with age and use. You don't get to go up in value with reduced sexual marketplace value. That's why my critics and detractors don't like me, because I keep telling the truth and be consistent. You don't get to all of a sudden get Prince Charming after you've been fucking around with a toad. That's what you got. Because that man has to listen, because the new man has to look and say, wait a minute, I'm an upgrade from this joker. He got 2 kids and you don't even want to have no babies unless he makes you happy. And you're 30 what? 30 what? 1, 2?
32.
Right. You're almost a geriatric pregnancy anyway. Let's be real. You don't want to have no more babies because you got your hands full. So this man don't even get his own kids. He got to take care of 2 kids from a toad and deal with all this toad mess. And I haven't even asked this question. How tall are you?
Ooh, okay. I am 5'6".
Dress size?
Dress size 12.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
I weigh 198.
You know, just like I know. See?
But I'm not looking for a high value man.
Doesn't matter, ma'am. See this, and I want to go back to the young lady who was 29 years old. Remember, young lady, when I said Your competition, y'all all think that average black men need to settle for overweight women. No.
I'm working on it. I'm doing my Pilates, like you said.
Mm-hmm. You need
I'm
to,
doing
ma'am, ma'am,
I'm finna
ma'am,
start
ma'am,
doing my
ma'am,
plant
ma'am,
based
ma'am, ma'am, ma'am,
fitness.
ma'am, 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 ma'am. You picked your baby daddy.
Be with my baby daddy, okay.
You picked your he's not your husband, he's your baby daddy. You picked him. And I hope you understand as an advocate for men why I don't think it would be fair to ask a single childless man to come in here into such a chaotic situation with a woman who has nothing new to offer him, who's not even, what you would say, I'm working on it. So it's not even that target. Doesn't get any kids out of the deal. I'm struggling. You may be a perfectly nice and lovely person, but there has to be a value proposition for a man to take on such liability and risk. What are you bringing to the proverbial table that outshines all the other women who have fewer liabilities and fewer risks? You have to be able to articulate that and show that in a demonstrable way. And it can't just be, I'm me. That ain't good enough. You don't go into a job interview for a job that's paying $150,000 and say, I'm me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And say to my critics and detractors, this is the outcome of telling women you can have it all. You need to be happy. If the problem was infidelity, then you guys need to figure something out. If he were not cheating, could you be together?
Yes.
All right. Then y'all need to work that out because I'm not a fan of men cheating sloppily in particular. If he's going to do something as reckless as that, then he needs to make sure one, he's not putting the family at jeopardy, two, not bringing home any outside kids or diseases, not putting the family at risk, and not embarrassing you in person, in public or in private. That's what I believe. Have you told him if you get this together, we can be together, but if you don't, we can't?
Yes, I have told him this plenty of
Okay.
times. I told him like
Right.
stuff gotta go. You gotta, and then you have to get yourself together.
All right, and you did, and I gotta ask you. This may sting, but did you tell him that after you had the first child, before you had the second?
I told him this after my
The
second
second.
child.
All right.
Yes, I told him this after my second child,
Have you guys
and
ever sat down and had any couples counseling?
no, we never have.
Then you need to try that. Because I
I
don't think
mean,
what you're asking. I don't think what you're asking for is unreasonable. I think you have far better chance of having a happier life if you get this fixed than trying
yeah,
to go make something with somebody else who is not going. I'm concerned that the guy would not be getting the best deal for him. See, people may
I
not like my
completely.
approach, but man, life is about a negotiation. You tell him, look, we can be together if this happens. Get it under control. Blah 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 blah. And I'm Mrs. and you Miss whatever, and Mr. So and so. But then he also needs to hear something from a man like myself saying, man, if you're going to do something as reckless as cheating, you need to have some rules with it. Because you cannot be bringing home babies, diseases, put the family at risk, outside kids, and you can't be embarrassing your woman in person or in private, in public or in private. That's what Big Mom and Big Daddy had. They had rules, they had conversations, they didn't leave. That's what makes family. You work through the stuff. You don't just try to start build. Imagine if you started building a house, right? And you find a lot, and
Mm-hmm,
then you bring all the materials, and then you pour the concrete for the foundation. Then you start
mm-hmm,
building. Then it rains. You don't go to find another lot to start all over. You dry it out and you continue to build. But in the black community, we got a bunch of partially built houses trying to make a neighborhood and community. No.
That was probably one of the best analogies that I've heard when it comes to the black community and trying to build and the divide and separation of the black community. Wow, that was a very profound statement. We all have a bunch of unfinished houses, a bunch of foundations that haven't been built. Crazy. That was one of the best profound quotes I've ever heard.
The houses that survive the stuff like you guys had are the stronger for it after you really truly resolve the issue. I think it's far more reasonable. Just think about it. Suggest a path forward with him, couples counseling, put some ground rules out in public because I'm quite sure the girls will like her daddy home and y'all will probably be better off together. Because you really don't want, and let me also say this, you don't want a strange man around your daughters.
I don't.
I know. Does your child's father have any other children?
Yes, he does. He has 2 other children.
Are they in the same city?
Yes.
All right. Let me ask you this hard question: are they around your daughters? Are they around your kids' age?
Yes, they are.
My father had a lot of kids, but you know what?
Yes,
He married
his father.
but my father also married the woman who had most of his kids. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I know how this kind of goes. You would rather be the mother to marries him than because you know you feel some kind of way if you married one of the mother women. I know that. I mean, I know the language I'm speaking. It sounds weird, but trust me, I've seen mothers. I've seen it. I've lived it. And they stayed married till he died. He stayed married for the rest of their life. So
I think it's with me. It's just like an embarrassment thing, Like,
that's what I
okay,
said. No embarrassment in public or private. That's
I
why I
think it's
said it.
like, okay, you getting back with this. They tell like people, you getting back
Well,
with this guy and he did this and he
You
cheated
mean
on
your
you.
single child? You mean your single friend who ain't married? Yeah, that's right.
No, no, they
Look, man.
are my
Look, ma'am.
friend.
Look, ma'am. Look, ma'am. I've seen this. Yes, you're getting back with my. I'm getting back with my child's father. We're making ourselves a family. Yeah, that's right. What you got to say about it? And if they got a problem, then you cut those friends. They ain't friends if they get coming at you with that. Single women keep women. These women have something to say. You said they're married.
Yes, like a lot of
Okay.
that's the reason why I feel like
Okay.
there's hope for me because my friends,
But
they've had outside children and they're married to a
okay.
man
All right.
that
All right. Play that game if you want to. You can do it. You can try it. 1 in 4 black women will marry in their lifetime. And I don't know if you watch my content, you will start to hear the men. Men are not rushing to be stepfathers. Simple, plain. They're not rushing to be stepfathers. And you believe there's hope. Okay, if that's the case, then take all the money out your 401k, your Fidelity investments, and everything else. Fly your ass out to Vegas and bet it all on 27 black on the roulette wheel. There's hope. You could win. You made the babies, man. So I'm gonna stick by what I said. I mean, but you can get to do what you want to. But I don't want to see a single childless man out there dealing with this mess. A man with all these kids. No, 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 no.
so should I just only date men with children?
God, do what you want. That's what I mean. And this is when you women become like children. Can it, mom? Can I do whatever the hell you want? Because you are destined for. You want punishment. You want pain. Keep it up. Go ahead. Do what you want to do. Go ahead, date men with children. Ride the cock carousel. Be used and abused by men who will tell you they want whatever after they have hit it for a few months, then they gone. Keep doing that. Keep recycling the Johnsons until your daughters get to be about, pubescent age. Then keep bringing these men around you. Yeah, go ahead and do that. That makes more sense. Yeah, go ahead. Ride the cock carousel for the next 10 years. Start bringing these men around your prepubescent daughters. Yeah, that makes much more sense. What am I talking about? Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. Sure,
I
it
mean,
could.
my kid's father, he's an awesome father.
Uh
Like,
huh. Well, then, go, well, then, this ain't. I've said everything I can say.
Wow, that is just flashed a quick light bulb in my head. The guy is an amazing father, right? Those are her words. That man is an amazing father, but you still left him. Not only did you leave him and he was an amazing father, you left him because he didn't make you happy. So you decided to break up the whole family with your two children for your own selfish reason. That's the truth. She prioritized her happiness over the kids having a father in the home. He's an amazing father, great, perfect, but he doesn't make me happy, so that's why it has to end. Insane. Everyone, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Turn on post notifications so you will be alerted when we upload more videos just like this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Go check out Kevin Samuel's channel. Let's keep the Godfather's name alive. Go watch his videos. Share this video. Share those videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.